You. Fuck your countdown.
Pop. I got a 14.
My friends, hello and welcome to the Brewery, the jankiest Magic the Gathering EDH format show on the internet. I'm McRae. After me, in the order is...
Held together by duct tape. This is the worst. I'm Joseph. Below me is...
You guys are getting the segue thing
Kruger,
now.
who has a new keyboard that doesn't have F keys, and I forgot what my function row is. I was like, I need Control F3. I forgot. This is like the only program I use it for.
And a hand.
Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
No. Cannot keep hand.
No.
Yes, can keep hand.
Haha, I figured it out. I got a big blue. Oh, I'm going last. You suck, Tobin.
So that was Kruger. After Kruger is...
Yes, I'm also here.
Who are you?
Still sucks.
Yeah.
I was like complimenting you guys for your segues. Joseph did an amazing job, and then Kruger just like ate shit and just kept dragging.
No, I was fighting with being like, shit, what are my to get to the layers because they're not labeled on my keys. I'm like, I know it's one of these two layers on my new keyboard to get to the function keys, the F keys.
Yeah.
We got there, or I got there.
I guess I keep this. It's bad though.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe I don't keep it.
Just for the audience's sake, our theme this week here on twitch.tv/the Brewery MTG is Monocolor. Monocolor is our theme.
And we all...
And we're away to the game.
Without chatting too hard, we all actually did choose different parts of the color pie.
I let Twitter vote on my deck of the 4 I built for this week.
Surprise, I did not put Thada Adele into my mono blue deck because I made an assumption that there's going to be like no other islands and I'm not playing Spreading Seas or whatever the flood counter enchantment is.
Yeah, the Quicksilver Fountain or whatever.
Oh, I love that dumb thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a stupid card. Like OG Mirrodin had such cool design things, and they didn't break anything too badly.
Oh, you cheater! Get out of here!
That's how you Magic the Gathering, son.
Look at this guy. I was actually going to play a Nylea list. It was just an Eldrazi list.
We already had Eldrazi last week.
Yeah, good thing.
I lost to a cryptic
That'd be great.
All right, I'll play a Swamp Pass.
Oh yeah,
lost to a fucking.
That was a good cryptic command.
Oh, was.
That was a very good cryptic command.
Mm-hmm.
Islands.
So we're missing white because it's the worst color.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Look at this guy whining about my dork.
I know. I just wanted to like make you comment even harder.
So blue is already being degenerate. How does Kruger keep getting these hands on this show? I'm convinced that he just keeps mashing the mulligan button until it's perfect.
You can see in the message.
I know.
He's also full of infect.
I'm not full of infect.
Good.
I have like 4 sources of impact in the entire deck.
No!
All right, my hand is weird.
No!
And I feel like I'm supposed to punish Kruger for going so quick, so I'm going to hit him for 3.
Yes. I think that's a good idea.
Oh no, you're just wait until you see my 1/1.
Yeah.
I can't block.
So how many boast cards are there?
Only once.
I don't know. This is the only boast card in my deck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's more about the power toughness swapping?
It's only power, and it's not swapping. It's just becoming slightly stronger than the strongest creature I have.
Yeah, I'm just going to die to
Alpha
commander
Strike
damage because I wasn't expecting you to Ancient Tomb Arni into my face.
Well,
I always forget about
you have more
Season of
mana than
Growth.
me.
Season of Growth is a solid ramp card that, wow, I always forget.
I have 2 scry triggers. I feel like I owe it to myself to put one on the bottom.
Yeah, sure.
I'll put that 1 on the bottom in a random order.
Is not a ramp spell. It's just it's a value spell.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's card advantage in green, which is good.
Magic the Gathering!
I'll play a Myriad Landscape and pass. Look at me, just like dirtling along as you guys are dropping ancient tombs and soul rings and shit.
Whose fault's this?
I mean, me for not top decking my soul ring, I guess.
Ooh, I have 5 mana already. What the
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Hence me hitting you for 3.
I still don't appreciate it. I'm gonna play a
Alright.
1/5.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Fine, you left mana up. Not into that.
Leave me alone.
He's going to spell pierce you
But you
so
have-
hard.
Good cards.
Yeah, you're seeing 2 of the best cards in my deck: a Murmuring Mystic and a Soul Ring.
Mhm.
Not my fault. Your stuff sucks.
Mm.
But I'm still gonna blame you anyways.
No, you're gonna make
Yeah.
birds that are 8/8s and start bashing people. You're a jerk.
I have to get up to 10 mana or somehow before I can start doing 8/8 birds.
So-
I want to play this 3 mana
Ooh.
5/4, please.
He's pretty good.
I do
Oh,
love
yeah,
me some
that's-
Gadrak.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Carry on.
Neat.
Don't make me
Joseph,
do it.
is the
let's
Inquisitive
see.
Puppet in your deck just because it's free with Nylea?
Oh yeah, this is what my deck does.
He's a
Oh,
storm.
is it a storm deck?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's mono green storm.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got that ooze in there somewhere.
I didn't actually look at his list. I know he's played it once before, but I didn't bother to look at his updated list. to
It's
see what-
modified a bit. It's basically all of the stupid 1-drops you could imagine.
I'm sure there's even more better stupid 1-drops since the last time you played it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
let's see. Joseph will chump. McRae is not doing anything yet, and Kruger is terrifying.
Give it me, brew.
Yes, all of those things.
Yeah, you'll just chump it. We'll just keep going at Kruger for a while.
1 second. Base power 2/1 plus the great. So, oh, you just want to kill my Murmuring Mystic? Get out of here.
I mean,
saw the
I don't
line.
know. Depends on if you block or not.
Oh wait, I should. I have 3 commander damage marked on me. This is very relevant.
It's
in
relevant
that
for this
six.
commander, for
in
sure.
most of the. I'm not blocking, by the way. So are you
Make
gonna
it 6,
pump it by 1?
Kruger.
I will boast if we're past blocks.
Yes.
So it's pumped by 4. So you took another 6 there. So you're at 9.
What a cool
Wow.
commander.
Wow.
Your
Yeah.
general's dumb. I like it.
So like
So
I
boast is
realized,
when attacking, right?
Yeah. So anytime while he's attacking, although I can only activate it once, I can change his base power to be 1 plus the greatest amongst other creatures. So it just
Cool.
made his base power 6. Yeah.
All right, neat.
So yes, I can do it anytime during combat, but I can only do it once.
Oh wait, no, it's not, sorry.
Okay.
I should be at more life than this. I've taken.
I mean, I
9
can't
total.
imagine a situation where this is going to matter, but you can boast until end of turn.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
No, it's after.
Yeah.
Activate only if a creature attacked, and only once. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't.
I mean,
Yeah,
it seems like a
getting
combat
combat.
trick. For
Well,
I only know
everyone.
this. Oh no,
It
for
is
him
with
it is
this.
totally.
There's other cards that like tutor when you boast or whatever, right? So
Yeah, Varagoth is the only reason I know what boast does, and it's yeah. Anyway,
I think that's really the only is that one card in particular.
Nylea is going to enter. I am going to scry.
You are not going to scry because you have not had a creature enter the battlefield.
Correct. He
Nylea
does
is
not
going to
enter. his-
enter. I am going to cheat. And,
Yeah. Keeping up
no,
this good
we-
streak, actually, Joseph, of cheating in the first 4 turns, like consistently every week.
Someone's got to do it.
Kruger's slow. Joseph cheats. We all have our nuances.
It's true.
Well,
Okay,
I thought
dive
Joseph.
first.
I thought
me.
Joseph was slow and cheats.
Well, yeah. Okay, I think this is just already kind of the answer here. I am going to pay 5 life and put a Toxic Deluge on the stack.
What?
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's mostly because of the Murmuring Mystic, if it makes me feel any better.
What?
It's not because Arni and Gadrock is like.
That's also a
7.
great piece of value I'm looking at. Yes.
It's only
Yeah, it puts him to the
at
magical
the
number for commander damage. Get out of here.
Anyways, spell pierce this if you can.
6 is
wait,
not the
oh, wait,
magical
never mind.
number.
I'm
6,
just
12,
thinking,
18, 24. Yeah.
You're close enough. No, I'm not spell piercing this. I'm
All
sad I
right,
lose my
everything
Murmuring
is
Missiles.
-5, -5.
This is
Good thing Nylea's not a creature,
Bad.
eh?
and now I
In
have
it.
to kill McCray. That sucks.
Yeah, for his
I-
hubris. I
Yeah.
For my hubris. How is this hubris
dare
for
you.
being afraid of your threats?
All right, are you gonna pass to your end phase?
Yeah, I will.
Endscape? Yeah.
I will.
Could have probably actually gotten away with like cracking your Myriad Landscape and then getting a super Toxic Deluge your next turn.
Mhm.
Meh.
I'm
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
let's be
certain.
honest. No one was even hitting you yet.
I'm pretty certain I was
Yeah.
gonna take the next beat.
Maybe.
Inkmoth Nexus.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
pretty. 2,
Hiss, boo, hiss.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, but I still can't do anything. Blue and 1. Looter Eokir. Look, I told you.
So he loots on automatic hit.
And can't be blocked.
And can't be
But
blocked.
also can't block Arni either. This is
Yeah.
an important thing.
I don't know. Arnie's not even around anymore. Nothing to be scared of.
Is Arnie coming back?
I was gonna say Arni could come back right now.
I guess he could come back, but I don't think he's coming back yet.
He's got haste. You can just deploy big things and then bring him back later.
Yeah. These are all awkward. So I have 5 mana. Well, I guess I can play. Alright. We'll play 5 mana worth of spells.
That's not just commander plus tax.
No, it's a Whisper Silk Cloak
Uh-oh.
and some Lizard Blades.
I
Oh,
do not
God.
feel bad for wiping the board now.
Yeah, you would have
Let's
been
hope-
fine.
Let's hope he tries to equip backwards.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Jesus.
Yeah,
well,
and
I'm in mono
the-
black,
And
so
I'm the problem over here. There's mono
I mean, he did kill my only other creature, so Arnie's just a 3/3 for a while. So
3/3 with double strike, and I'm already at 9 commander damage. I am suitably terrified. It's got haste. What is this bullshit?
Yeah.
could be quick games tonight.
I mean, I might be able to kill a Gruger quickly, but
No, don't do it. Not my face.
you've got a chump blocker. You're fine.
It's got shadow.
Look at Joseph just churning the
told you.
machine
Oh,
over
I didn't
there.
actually read that one. Okay, never mind. I guess I could have hit you, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
That
skull
looks
clamp
fine.
the automaton. Yeah.
Hmm.
Machine go burr.
And lastly, we'll play that guy.
Yeah, he's not bad for a 1/1.
We will Skrizai for that Gizai.
And then immediately skull clamp him.
Give him the clamps.
No.
Can't remember if I have a skull clamp in this or not. All right. Well, I'm terrified kind of all around here.
Are you gonna damnation now?
No.
How dare
No,
you
he'll wait
kill my
till I play
Lizard
something else
Blades?
then
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be mad.
I'm going to just get value. Let's do that the other way around just to be a cheeky fuck. But other than that, I'm done.
Ooh, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do? I mean,
yeah.
like, if I were, you're a big boy. I guess you make your own decisions.
Yep.
I would have rather cracked that mirrored landscape as opposed to putting down for Rex and Reclamation. But what do I know?
But he wants to get his Toxic Deluge back. You just got to
Exactly.
turn it into a creature.
That's not how that works, but
You have to turn it into a creature. You have to jump through some hoops, but
It's worth. These are things Black can do.
mhm.
Okay. It is war. I'm gonna tickle you for 1.
Get him
All right,
back.
well, I'm gonna hit you for 2.
You've already
Okay.
hit me for 9. It's already the only reason you're this low is because you tapped an Ancient Tomb twice.
This is 3 times. Thank you.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay.
How much are ancient tombs these days?
I mean,
just got a really good deal and bought one of the new fancy expedition ones for $50. I looked it up, and they're going for closer to 80 or more.
For the expedition ones, or just how much is
The
a normal
expedition
one?
one, yeah.
I have to discard one of these.
I got to tell you, the
Normal
price is
one's
disappointingly
50
similar.
or 60.
Because it's been printed in like one of the from the vaults or something.
Mm-hmm.
In
I don't
addition
know.
to the OG templates.
I'm going to pitch this Aether Spouts. Wee.
What? What the fuck?
I got to
only
tell you,
messes-
actually,
It
When
only
I was
messes
down at
over
the-
one person.
when I was
Oh,
down at
boy.
Monarch 2022, down in Seattle, shout out Monarch Media. They so cool.
Yeah, I watched some of the final.
I will play an Otawara.
Yeah, I got dumpstered, but it was fun. I planned to finish. If I finished ahead of 98th, there were 100 people. I was considering it a victory, and
And did you?
I was 81st, and I was all excited, and then I got bumped to 82nd, which was much less exciting.
Ah,
But
Hey,
yeah,
look, I have more looters.
nice.
I
Look at
am
that.
down to 2 mana or 2 cards.
Ruger may have top 10, but I won't bother inflating him over that.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Look
I
at
He
got
actually-
scrubbed out in the semis.
If
he
it
actually
was
lost
remote,
to the guy that ended up winning the entire tournament and took mono red 7-0. No
Yeah.
losses, mono red. What is
Good
this
stuff.
world we live in?
To be fair, his first 4 rounds, he was totally under the radar. But yes,
Well,
he piloted it really well.
Yeah, that's what everyone kept saying. Yeah. Like
this
literally
is
the whole
CDH
tournament.
specifically, by the way,
Sorry?
for the audience. For the sake of the audience, it was a CDH tournament, right?
Yeah, well, it's
Yes.
a tournament, so it's going to be hopefully competitive by the nature of it being an event.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's
But,
do like
Mhm.
game LGS like point systems, or
No. Literally every because on the first day, as Gruger's talking about with his 4-0, I don't remember if it was the last game or the third game or fourth game.
So awkward.
Or wait, fourth or fifth. But basically, somebody had an opposition agent in play that was holding everybody down. And if anyone doesn't know Magda, she can tutor. That's like her big power. So the player that had the opposition agent in play cast Diabolic Intent to tutor something that they were going to try and win with. And because sacking the op agent is part of the cost of the spell. So they put the spell in the stack. The Magda player did some fancy bullshit shenanigans to instant speed win over top of that player after they sacked the opposition agent. Just sexy stuff.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry, Tobin.
Tobin dropped a Dragon Throne of Tarkir.
Yep. And now I'm
We're both at 31. I'm happy to not poke you for 1 anymore.
That's right, because
Alright.
he's going to poke you for 2.
I'll poke Dredgen for you.
My,
He can double block if you
my
want.
virginity.
You should double block.
Wait, 2? Why is it 2?
It's got double strike.
It's got double strike.
Well, why is it hitting
Blizzard
me twice?
Blades.
That thing's a jerk.
I
'Cause there's 2 of them in
participated
the picture.
in Marquesa last year because it was on Cockatrice. Even though it was pretty close, I was just like, nah, I don't want to go stateside. Plus, I'd have to spend a lot of fucking money to tune up a deck.
Oh yeah, even if I had one first, I was not breaking even in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
It was just fun. It was for charity too, so
Yeah, true enough.
that was good.
And they had some cool raffles and stuff.
Not raffles. It was there was some
That was
charity auction.
Auctions, yes, sorry.
I think in the end they hit 20K for their charity donations.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
A Draven Gargoyle. What does that transform into?
Who cares?
It's yeah.
What the fuck is what?
He does. That's not.
He
a
just wants to
thing.
play free creatures.
Great. Did you notice it's a 1-drop?
Yeah, I'm just
That's the part to look at.
yeah. I
Now,
mean, I've never seen a skull clamp work so hard.
You're not wrong. It is doing stuff. You know what? I kind of actually.
I could see you could have just a Beastmaster Ascension in this deck and just make everything scary.
You know
even
what?
the old ones.
You know what? We're cool. We cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you have as an instant speed reaction in Mono green, you silly boy.
Yeah, there's a reason this Wharf Infiltrator can't skulk past those things.
Yeah.
This Luterail Core, though, this Luterail Core can come. It's got Shadow. I don't know how many instant speed Shadow things that you have in Mono Green.
I have Reality Shift that makes you lose Shadow. Does that count? Reality Anchor? Reality Anchor.
All right. Well, this feels bad. I'm gonna play
Yeah,
Witch's Cottage and have no target.
Hey, Reality Anchor. Look at that. I know stuff.
And then I'm sorry. Your Reality Anchor has
It's
resolved?
a token he made.
McRae, you should mouse over that.
It's just
Flexing magic knowledge. Look at that.
Wow.
He just
Green
knew
that
what
gives
that
shadow.
card- Yeah.
Ooh. Weird tech.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just ramp and pray Tobin doesn't alpha strike me, or do I?
Even if I play my commander next turn, it's only swinging for at most 6. That is, if I play it and
All
equip
right.
Blizzard Blades,
I'll
which
go.
means
I'll go for the easy, like
you're safe.
I'll go for the safe play then. I'm just gonna tutor for 2 swamps,
It's play
and
tapped.
Main phase
yeah, feels bad, right?
does. I heard.
Oh, because I was going to opposition agent. I was going to play a Winter Orb, so he can, or not Winter Orb.
Boo.
Stasis?
What? No, not Stasis. There's a different Mindlock Orb, the one that prevents the blue Stranglehold.
Here's a
Oh, yeah.
question: Can
No.
decayed zombies block?
No,
Nope.
No.
That is specifically what they cannot do.
Well,
a creature with
and
decay
they also
can't
die
block
when
when it attacks, sacrifice it, enter combat. Ooh, it says it on your card.
does it
Mhm.
actually? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ghoulish Procession.
Why didn't you tell people that reading the card explains the card?
Usually it's me saying RTFC to you guys, but apparently they're nice this time and have like key text on a
Because
pretty wordy card.
there was enough room left on the card without messing up their formatting.
Yeah. All right. Let's just sit here then. It feels bad, but like I don't want to poke the bear any more than I already have.
There's a bear?
I mean, you're playing.
I don't
green.
know.
I hope so.
Actually, bears are weirdly expensive.
Are they actually?
Eee!
Well,
I
in
used
like
to have a ton
CMC.
of bears. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they,
well, no.
they suck, but they're like 3 and 4 CMC.
McRae,
Yeah, yes.
take 2. I have 2
Yeah.
combat triggers or 2
I have
damage.
nothing to stop you, so go ahead.
All right, cool. I know I'm in the wrong phase. This was like damage.
So you got 1 rummage and you got 1.
I got
Well.
2. I got 2 loots. 2 loots.
Oh, they're both loot.
They're both.
Oh, they
loot.
are. Okay.
He's trying to fill his graveyard so he can cast his commander.
I would love to fill my graveyard
let's-
right now.
Let's put that one. Okay, that was my first one, and I have to do these separately. What does this thing do?
I could do some super roundabout janky bullshit, I guess.
This is the game for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at that! We got my second one. Oh, we're just 6 away, guys.
Ooh.
Like that, you could flash it back.
I know. That's why I ended up in there. I was like, oh, I could pitch this land I drew. No, I think I'm on the hard cast for 10 plan currently.
Wow, 3 mana dig 6 is actually not bad.
All right, we're just 2 land drops away.
It's dig 6, but it doesn't actually draw
Yeah,
any
no.
cards.
It was one of
So-
the cards I was considering cutting, but it seemed good enough for this deck.
That's whenever I rebuild Gravy Boys as Dredge Tribal, though, like that's going in probably.
All right, so Joseph has a 2/2,
do.
which shuts down my deck. So,
Nice.
You can go punch the black there.
and I didn't draw a
I
land.
hear Black thinks life is a resource.
Mhm.
Usually,
Oh, he's probably on
so-
Adnos. Hit him.
no.
No, he's
There's no Adnos in this
he's on Peer
deck.
into the Abyss.
I will play a Curse of
No,
Opulence.
there's no Fury to the Abyss.
And
Oh,
someone,
Tobin, don't put it on me. I'll make us rich.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm
there's
gonna
a
put it
bunch
on
of
the
us-
person with no creatures because that seems like it might
There's a
pay
bunch
off.
of us. There's a bunch of us that make you rich.
I will move to combat.
Boo.
Yes.
Get Slizzer.
Get slizzard.
Boo.
I appreciate this.
All right. I will do the thing. Wow. It was free. So good.
Yeah, it paid for itself.
Gruger sitting on all that open mana just
Right.
scares me.
Yeah, with 2 cards in hand.
Oh yeah,
I told you, I'm
terrifying.
on the find 2 more lands with these dorks, and we're hard casting a 10/10, or we're hard casting a 10 mana.
Gonna say, man, you're almost casting your general straight up. Whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is how the hand shook out.
I
Oh,
kind of want to cast a card.
I will be straight up. There
kind
is a
of
sync moth.
Draws me a
Not
card.
hiding.
That's cool.
It's over here.
Just play more things to get gold with, I guess.
Well, I mean, I only get one a turn, so it's
Well,
not
one per
how.
combat.
If it was per creature, that would be very good.
Just need
That
a
would be-
2/2.
That's
That's all I
really
need. A 2/2 that can
1,
block.
2. It needs to be that.
Oh,
Ugh. Maybe I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna pass. No, that's dumb.
ooh, are you going to chaos warp the
Oh.
shit out of me? Is that what's
Nothing's
happening?
died, right? Since that field ink?
No.
End step tricks.
I'm done. No.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to activate Nylea.
Yep.
Wow.
top card.
Reveal top card. What? Blech.
It's a beast
That'll go to hand.
whisperer.
Oh, that's really good for you.
Then I'll use that.
Very good for a storm deck, yes.
To untap that. I'll do it all again.
Nice. Look at you go.
Ooh, look,
Blech.
That's
What happens
to
if it's not a
graveyard?
creature?
it goes into the
Put it
graveyard.
into.
think it just-
Otherwise, you may put
You
it.
may
into
put it into a graveyard.
Mhm.
So we
I don't think
know.
I want to may do
But-
that.
Okay, so
So
we know that you have a
may stay
rampage
on
of the
top.
clans.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Well, I guess I am 3 turns further away from casting my commander.
I mean, you are also holding up a lot of blue, so maybe you have a counter spell. Also, he has to blow up his own skull clamp,
and
which
Thraben and Chromatic. Ooh, ooh,
Mhm.
ooh.
Are you going to counterspell this?
Fuck yeah, I want that 4 fucking mana.
No! Gross! You degenerate.
I've seen everyone else jamming. fucking
And you
mana
ruined my
drains.
season of growth. You are the worst.
I have not.
All right.
What a dink.
Yep.
I usually
you
just
punch
run
me.
counter spell instead of
I usually
mana
just run
drain.
counterspell
I
and
think-
all
I
the
think-
like.
I think it's mostly
negates.
Joseph that runs mana drain, so this feels extra poetic.
Mhm.
So
man,
it's
if you're
literally just a
looking up-
gotcha.
If you're only going to run one counter spell, it may as well be a good one.
I'm just gonna put this here, so we know I have 4 colorless mana in my first main phase, and then I'll put it
Skull
into the
clamping
bin.
his chromaton.
Stifle him.
Ugh.
That would be.
It would be not worth it, but it would be great.
It
Make
just
money as
tap
shit.
out.
the
Yeah.
the 1-2 punch of just being like, no, you don't get this or this. It also turned off Nylea. Nylea is not a real girl
Yeah,
because
that's
there's
true.
no Beast Whisperer in play. Oh, Beast Whisperer and like Guardian
gonna-
Project.
Play this.
For one.
I like that protection from multicolored is very relevant this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Of all the times to land that.
Cool. And Dan.
Oh, I could have played that in my deck because then I would have had like
His Inventors
plus one,
Fair
plus
is
one
online.
damage.
This is not good.
Bonk.
It's got
How dare you.
Defender. It's got Defender. Joseph.
No,
it's got
it can't
Defender.
attack. You cheater.
Fine.
Stop cheating.
You just got to pay 6 for it to go.
Gruger, I hate you.
Because I read your card. I did.
Because
Actually, I
he
hate-
stopped you from cheating and from me taking.
Actually, I hate
damage.
myself right now because I used the Arbor Elf when I really didn't need to. I could have
Yeah.
bonked you with the Elf.
Oh yeah.
Magic's hard.
Just go to.
To be
Insta.
fair, I don't
Cool.
think either of us are like anywhere near recovered from the weekend. I didn't even. I had like 3 drinks over the course of the entire weekend, but I did like no sleep. My voice is still hoarse. I talked so much more than normal.
Holy shit!
Oh, I can't believe you just killed my Beast Whisperer, you jerk.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't kill
sorry.
it.
Whoop, whoop.
It just didn't resolve.
All right. Well, let's hope
Hey.
that he's.
McRae, you missed a trigger. You missed a trigger. McRae,
What?
missed a trigger.
Oh,
McRae,
it's
missed a
something
trigger.
died.
McRae.
McRae.
Skull clamp
McRae missed
things.
the trailer. Hey,
got
you
it.
got there.
We got there. I think I'm just going to cast a Mutilate.
I absolutely love that stupid thing. Zombie beating you
-4,
with its own
-4
arm.
to everything. I was hoping that Nylea would.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. It's not big enough, but sorry, -5, -5. My bad.
Wow. Board wipes for days over here.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently coming from boo hiss
Mm-hmm.
snarl.
Let's go.
Your zombie's dead too.
Oh, that's true. Huh.
Well, you may as well leave the zombie there.
Then I get a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's right though. It can attack.
Yeah, that one has summoning sickness.
I'm sorry, Joseph. If I knew your whole board was going to get blown up anyways, I would have let you resolve the Beast Whisperer.
I'm gonna play this unbreathing horde that I can finally fucking play.
I mean, you could have played it whenever.
No, it would have been 0/0. Which I was thinking about to activate the Ghouls Procession and then Phyrexian Reclamationing it back as this weird convoluted loop to have creatures. But
Wow, there's only 12 creatures
that's me.
left in my deck. I've lost 3 of them already.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going to
Nice.
let's flash back this otherworldly gaze. So what is
Cool.
this? I get to look at the top 3 cards. Is that how this works? Look at the top 3 cards of your library, and then I can put any in the graveyard. Okay, so it's controlled W. This game works.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, I like all of those. Which one's at the very top?
Just leave
Pardon me?
And he lagged out.
them all on top.
Oh, they are staying all
Yeah.
on top. I'm just so I have 4,
Gross.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, you say? Well then. The one that's furthest away from me, I want this one. Okay, I think I've done it the way I want. Cool. We go like that. Aha. Hey, I did it properly. Okay. I have
You got 4 mana.
4 colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4. This puts me up to a blue more. So I need 3 more.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still short on cards in graveyard, so yeah, you do have to hard cast
Yeah.
it.
So I think this is correct. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the 4. Okay. Does anyone have a counter spell for my? Where's your
No.
warping?
It's Withering Boon.
How often do you get counterspelled and Jund? The Vault Trickery, Tobin?
Nope.
There's 2. I was actually rocking a Withering Boon that I cut, I think, from this list. And then the Eldrazi list I built, there's a counter spell for 1 green that counters things that target your shit. Or enchantments, I think.
You mean Avoid Fate?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it only targets instants that are targeting your stuff. It's pretty
Actually,
narrow.
I will do it this way. There we go.
Instants or
Yeah.
something else. Enchantments that are targeting your stuff.
There we go. That's me.
So
I
think
have
it hits
an
O-rings
I
too.
have an 8/8 with ward 8.
Yeah, the ward 8 is a little troublesome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Cool.
In there.
Gregor, you can start buffing my creatures to make my Arni better.
Assuming I can cast an instant or sorcery, this is correct.
Yes. Okay. I
No
Yes, I'm just gonna-
promises this turn though. I kind of had to tap
Yeah,
out
no,
real
I-
hard.
is all good.
Is this mono blue's answer to politicking?
Yeah, this is
Make an
mono
8/8,
blue.
son.
This is a mono blue.
I'm just
viewless
here to
heritage.
play
It costs 10 mana to play.
Deep Slumber Titan.
Okay.
Yeah, McCrae, what the hell? Cast
Good
a
old
white left, right, and center
sevens.
before he cast the giant thing?
Yeah, well, it was only wiping
And that's
for
it.
5, so it wouldn't have hit either of these.
I mean, Deluge would have done it.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a damnation in here somewhere.
Oh, this is so sad. It's
Here's-
so good, but so sad.
Here's the kicker, though. I don't want to cast anything, or I don't want to attack when Arni can just like bonk me for like commander damage lethal right now.
He can't. The most he can do is 8.
Wow. I like setup turns. Okay.
It's not a setup, Darren. I just don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, well.
Believe me, if I could have swung, I would have swung.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just play Gisa. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll pass.
You should swing it yourself and make a gold.
Right?
If only I could, I would.
This Mind Stone is going to draw me a card.
2 life for a mana? That's
Nice.
better than the shitty Treasonous Ogre.
It's true.
All right, let's get that. Let's get some more looting happening.
Nice.
What am I at now for when my okay, we got 2 instants or sorceries in the bin. We're just we're
Correct.
getting
Nice.
close. We're getting close. No, we're not. We're nowhere near close. Let's go.
But your looters are now 8/8s, so there's that.
I mean, they can be 8/8.
Mhm.
Flying
That
8/8s
one-
right now.
I mean, that one isn't really a looter. That's just cast trigger. But yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it loots on.
I'm not looking at it as drawing any cards. I'm looking at it as a 8/8 flyer.
Yeah.
Why are you playing a Scavenger Grounds in the zombie deck? You hoser.
Because I'm playing Bazooka Ball against Scavenger Grounds in every deck that can jam them ever since Tobin said he did.
You follower, just not even
Scavenger
putting,
grounds in every deck that I've ever
not,
made
not
since
even
it
like
came out.
thinking for yourself. You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna follow the crowd. Look at me.
Don't worry,
go."
Gruger. Just wait
It's a
till-
monocolor land base. I have the room.
Where do you see his Dark Depths and Thespian stage?
I cut the Dark Depths
I
and
mean-
Thespian stage from this deck.
All
It
right,
is
here-
guaranteed that he has a Field of the Dead because he has a snow-covered
Yeah,
swamp.
yeah. Oh, by the
and a
way,
normal
I
swamp,
know.
so-
I'm
It makes
really-
zombies. It's actually on brand.
Hey, hey, Tobin,
I saw your mono blue list.
It also had it, and the red one also had it.
Tobin,
Yeah.
Tobin. If you don't
Disgusting.
swing it,
Yeah.
swing at me with this Arni. I want to go
Uh-huh.
give you and me both a treasure.
I'm into it.
Sick.
Wow.
Lightning bolt.
Take an infect.
Fine.
Make it 8.
No, I
Actually.
wish. No, you just get one infect.
Okay.
Ooh, and I get one of these.
I was actually expecting that.
Yep.
That's terrifying, though, that you have an 8/8 infect flyer on tap now.
Yeah, assuming you don't just rip your damnation.
I have to at this point.
No, you don't. You're like 2 turns away from dying.
Oh.
Because I
No,
can't.
this guy's still tapped.
I can't make because that would just put you up to 9 infect. You're 2 turns away from dying to infect, unless I.
I'm not
rip-
sure how you set it up on your weird ass Mac, but you would just right click it and tell it not to untap on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that. I just didn't think of doing it before.
Hey, look at him go. It's working.
So
He's
purple.
learning.
Hmm.
I
So I
really
guess I
was
can
not
jam
expecting
my
to have
commander.
more creatures in my graveyard than instants or sorceries at this stage in the game.
But
I'm this
That doesn't
this
do
list is
anything.
scary. I'm afraid of this list.
I got 8 cards in bin already. That's good.
I
Yeah.
was just about there. What's the last card that I kept on top? I forget. I'm so tired.
yeah, sure. All right, I'll crack a gold token. Actually, wait, is there a better way to do this? I have to take 2 damage to do it better. And do it better. I was trying to avoid using my ancient tomb. Oh wait, no, never mind. All good. I'm gonna cast a Cavalier Flame.
Cavalier
shit.
Oh, that card is so good. I love that card.
How many cards are you discarding and drawing?
I think between 1 and 3.
Okay, no shit.
That is possible. That's
Yeah. So I'm definitely discarding Ruby Medallion.
Oh, what you mean? You don't want to keep an artifact or enchantment in play when there's a rampage of the
Yeah, like I'm already like not great there.
surprise.
I think I'm gonna get rid of 2, and I'll throw away my interaction because whatever.
That does.
The only thing I want to remove has Ward 8. So
Hey, leave my octopus alone, man.
well, I'm not going to do it. That's why
I know.
I just threw it out. That's me making friends. Okay.
No, it was the tone being like the thing I want to interact
Yeah, the thing
with.
I'm terrified of because you have an Ink Moth Nexus in play,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
really afraid of.
and my deck has basically no flyers.
I don't have a
Alright,
strip mine, so
I did draw
I can't
a mountain,
deal with it.
so I will play said mountain, which leaves me with a whole 4 mana.
An
I
awkward
almost
amount
did
of
have a Field of Ruin in this deck,
It
actually.
is a very awkward amount of mana.
But you can pay to give your creatures haste and +1/+0, and then get yourself a treasure.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than doing
Considering
nothing.
I didn't hit you with my octopus, because I'm
Mhm.
also terrified of you, I'm probably not hitting you with my octopus next round either.
I mean, ideally. Let's see. Getting a treasure would be sweet, but I have to spend one to make one. So all I'm doing is killing
you
possibly.
actually have to lose
Unbreathing,
one.
you're
to make one.
killing Unbreathing Horde is what's happening.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. Which is not that exciting, all things considered.
But you're also not going to get hit by Gisa because it's just going to eat a zombie token to make 2 more zombies.
Yes.
I don't think you have to worry about retaliatory beats.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I just
Oh,
think
maybe
I
you'll
have.
get hit for 2 off of a decayed zombie token. That may be where you're heading.
Yeah.
Go into
okay.
combat.
Well, first, I guess we'll spend 2, and we'll just make my Cavalier Flames have Hexproof and Shroud. That seems. Or wait, no, Unblockable and
What?
Shroud. Got a Whisper Soap Cloak. Yeah.
Carry on.
All right. And then, I mean, at this point,
Now you should just beat Gruger.
I'll give my creatures +1/+0 in haste.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Doing it.
Whack him
And-
before he can infect us to death.
I mean, you did wipe my board twice, so I'll hit you for 7.
Yeah.
And he gets a gold back.
I get that.
Gold!
Yeah.
The other thing too is this. Yes, I have this Ink Moth Nexus, but you can see and plan for it. At most, it's a 2-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's assuming if I have instants or sorceries to cast.
The problem is though, you're playing mono
Oh,
blue,
game.
and we know you have interaction. So like, we have to burn through 3 pieces of interaction for every one of yours. You know.
I'm paying 3 to activate Nylea.
Cool. That's a creature.
I'll put that in my hand.
Put it on the field. Scry.
We'll put that
And
on.
just
I will
plan.
stack so that I scry first.
Then draw. Yeah.
Oh
He's
god.
doing it!
Look at him go.
I really don't want to bottom this, but I'm going to. And then I'll draw.
And then he's going to use the rampage of the clan callers or whatever to turn all of his shitty like 0-2s and
Oh, cool.
All right. Make them all into 4/4s
3-3
or whatever.
3-3s.
3/3s.
Yep.
Yeah.
It has to attack or block, and then you can skull clamp it.
Give it haste.
Leave that there. We'll draw.
Scry draw, I assume again.
I will pay green to play him.
Scry draw. Yeah.
Look at you go. Are you going to win the game now?
No.
You
Are
have
you keeping
scries and
track of
draws,
storm
though.
count? Yeah, I mean, playing every creature that's free or 1 cost and have it be scry 1, draw 1 is amazing.
It's
It's a
true.
non-deterministic loop to just draw your deck, baby.
I will nipple clamp the raffle call. Oh god, you're a shit. Will not do
This
that.
is 0-2. Nice try.
Yeah, so I just said, oh god,
Beast Savant.
you're a 2. I will not do that. We're gonna tap 1. We're gonna float a green, which can only be used for creature spells.
Creatures. Yeah.
And then we'll clamp the elf.
Cool.
So you're not an ally of his.
No. Deep cut joke, but no. Man, just
worker.
I should build allies one day. They're a super cool tribe.
They're so strong. I will scry you to the bottom. And we'll draw. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I mean,
You can skull clamp your Arcbound worker and throw the counter on the Clockwork Beetle or the Thopter.
I can do that.
I know you don't have many field nukes in green, so I don't know if
yeah.
I'm trying to get you to draw.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So he is going to die. Blech. And I suppose I'll put it on the Rafflecopter.
Cool.
I love how the ability is you may do this ability no more than twice each turn. It's not a one-time. Usually it's like 1 or infinite, but this one's just like, oh, you're allowed to do it 2 times.
Yeah, because it can only be a 2/2.
See, this board state is already
Otherwise, it would be too good.
because both Ryans are the threats. They're killing me off when they're both like the biggest threats on the board because I've dropped those 2 field nukes.
I'm going to play land for turn.
Like
I need
Joseph
to,
is kind of going off a little. I'm sure he needs something still to do anything, but
Oh, I
My
thought
my deck doesn't really do much, though.
it doesn't do much until it wins.
Green is not like red blue where it can like cycle mana into mana into mana.
Yes.
You know.
the issue is all of his do nothing cards are 1/1s that chump block my creatures.
I'm going to pay 1 green for a creature spell.
Yep.
Get me some Croson Wayfarer action.
Do you crack it to get that 1 more mana?
Hang on. I'm going to scry first. Bottom that.
Oh, scry draw, right.
And then we'll draw.
Nylea's 1 away from being a real girl.
I will go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it's just money. Pay me.
Wow. Usually I die first in the show, but this is just sad. I'm saving the board from threats.
That
and
one
just
been in
getting
play for
beaten to
a
death
turn
for-
cycle?
Sorry?
Did you have that in turn last
Has
turn?
that one been in play
you
for a turn
didn't.
cycle, or
You
did you
played
play
it
it
this
this
turn.
turn?
I think you
I
played it
did.
this
Oh,
turn.
God, sorry, I love cheating. Fuck.
God,
Pass,
stop
sorry.
cheating. Fuck you. You have
Never.
damage. to
Never.
You have
So-
to discard 2
Oh,
cards.
actually, wait. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
life back.
Hang
I
on.
love how the mono green deck is like 20 cards deeper into their deck than I am.
Hang on.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, well, yeah, you're right. You know what? If I can't swing, then I'm going to go back.
Wow. What
I'm
is
going to activate this guy. You going to die.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I'm going to activate this guy. No, I'm not. Yep. That's me.
Okay, discard 2.
We are going to pitch an Arcane Lighthouse.
You have a reliquary tower in play, just so you're aware. So you
Oh,
don't
Oh,
have to.
he
do
doesn't
it.
have to.
I'm way too impressionable.
There's no reason
He's
to
like,
do
discard.
that.
Like, yes,
but
sir.
yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Phyrexian
sir.
Altar. What is this garbage? I'm over here playing fair cards like Mind Stones and Inkmoth Nexuses.
And mana drain? Fuck you.
Yes, because I am going to go infinite with my mana drain. You just watch.
All right. That is
Is there a
unacceptable.
Gravecrawler in your deck? Because you have infinite death triggers right there.
There is,
You jerk.
but I gotta be able to cycle it.
In what world does McRae have an infinite loop in his deck every week when we're like, oh, power 6, 7 kind of stuff, you know?
I don't think it's
every
infinite.
week there's loops.
Grave Crawler, as long as you have a other
Zombie
zombie
in
in play.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have the
it
Blood
is
Artist or
alter.
the. No, I don't have the.
No.
Aggro or
You
anything.
sack Grave Crawler. It makes a black. Grave Crawler dies. You get whatever death triggers you have. Then you cast Grave
you make a
Crawler
zombie.
off of the black.
It only triggers once per turn.
No, but
Turn,
there's
yeah.
there's plenty of zombies that kill us each time a zombie dies.
I don't have any of them.
You don't have
Scouts on
lies.
there. Scouts on it. You can check the list.
Lies.
So you're fearing for nothing and trying to paint me as a villain
Oh, but hold on, I do have
for no reason.
or something.
Unbreathing
no,
Horde is going to become 2 zombies.
I'm gonna go look at your deck list just so I can mock you.
Wow. So he can't paint me as the villain to draw hate away from himself. So he shits on me and my deck. Rude.
I mean, to be fair, we're shitting on the fact you always have infinite loops, not that, you know, your deck is whatever it is.
Let's go.
I'm just having fun.
To combat.
What you should do is play more cards like Deep Slumber Titan, because then no one can say anything mean about your deck.
Yeah, I love how that's on the board and I got shit on. Like, did you take
What?
two?
So
Toby?
I played a bad card. How dare you?
Good. Okay,
Bonk.
main phase 2.
I guess.
Hey, McRae can make infinite zombies in his deck.
Can I?
You have to sacrifice your zombie at end of combat.
That's true.
Diagraph Colossus. Whenever you cast a zombie spell,
Sorry, I'm gonna
black
sack it
zombie creature
with
token.
that on the stack. And I'm
That's during combat, just so you are aware.
yeah. So after
It's not just.
so with that ability on the stack, I'm gonna sack it to Phyrexian Altar.
Yep.
And then pay 1 more and get Unbreathing Horde back to hand. Main
Sure.
phase
Yep.
2. Do I just
Engine
cast
online.
it?
Mirror Value Town, McRae.
3. I'm
He's
gonna die to an
literally-
Inkmoth Nexus, man. Like it's an 8/8 Inkmoth Nexus. I have no flyers. Zombies don't fly.
I do appreciate how you say things like that while you do things that warrant that happening, though.
I get an Unbreathing Horde that's a 2/2 now instead of a 1/1. Ooh!
Okay,
Look at me go.
to be fair, I think you just have the one infinite combo in your deck. Like way that you get to use the infinite death triggers or infinite cast triggers.
That's me. That's it.
Ooh. Okay. I
Cool.
just like razzing you, and it's
I mean, I got nothing. Like I'm gonna die in 2 turns to an Inkmoth Nexus as foretold, because somehow I'm a bigger threat than Tobin, even though he has a Dragon Throne of Tarkir and start swinging for 15 and shit.
That's a lot of mana.
that currently is a lot of mana.
That's 5 plus my commander. I need 10. Ugh.
And he needs to be able to.
You
tap.
Ryans are terrible at deflecting threat. Like
No, that's like more mana than I can produce. So it's 2 turns, which means you just kill my 3/3. That's it.
Because the 3/3 won't have enough mana to do all that, and also put a Whisper Silk Cloak on it. Also, the Whisper Silk cloaked creature that he could put the Dragon Throne on currently has Shroud.
It
so
has
he can't
Shroud.
do
Yes,
that.
there's many things that are not making that possible.
yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I really want to put the Dragon Throne on the Deep Slumber Titan, but it doesn't untap unless it takes damage, which is never going to happen. So deck building 101, you put in some pretty cool nombos just in case.
yeah. Just to make yourself look not as
Yeah.
scary.
Sure.
I'm gonna sit here nowhere near being able to recover once my commander dies once.
Yeah, luckily none of us can point targeted removal at it because it costs so much mana.
And
Yeah.
Not that I would have any anyway.
I have a
Mhm.
flyer again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you cast a spell and make it an 8/8?
Fuck no, man. I got sorceries for days in my hand. And by that I mean
It's instant
Filthy
or
Liar.
sorcery. Like
I
you
know.
can do it in main phase 1.
Tobin and I are each gonna have a gold.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
And I will poke the
I'm
mono
at
green
2
player that's
poison.
Yeah, that
30.
makes sense.
38 life.
I like how Joseph's just been
I'm
off in the
blocking.
corner drawing like
I have a
10
1/3 that
cards a
flies.
turn, and I'm still getting hate.
Oh
What
yeah.
is this?
You do have
Oh
a
yeah,
1/3
I
that
forgot that
flies.
thing has flying. It was like hiding underneath other things.
Sorry, I will allow you to take that
I
back.
mean, to be fair, it
Absolutely.
looks like a mana rock.
It's just like
It just looks like a
the
mana rock,
super
if anything.
cold.
No, I will not
Yeah.
because it's gonna swing at me if he does. So tough shit.
No, this can just be like another blocker for those instants I may have in my hand, so I can ambush fight or something with an 8/8.
Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
I get totally perturbed with that shit over shit stuff. I didn't expect any of these creatures to ever matter at all.
I just wanted free I was just like, I'll just take the 2 free chip damage.
So here's the real question: do you have like the salvage station and stuff in this deck for all these like 1/1 artifact creatures?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, these are just things that cast for 1 colorless. Of course, they're going to be artifacts because they cast for colorless.
That's what I
Nylea
mean.
doesn't help
Do you
me if
have
they
the?
cast for green.
Do you
I
have
think he's
the-
trying to storm off more than like do loops with
Yes.
the things once they're in play. So it's more about casting them.
I
dumping
mean,
them,
like,
drawing
yeah,
them.
the
Okay.
ideal world is like I top deck Aetherflux Reservoir, which I do not have in hand, and then enough stuff to hopefully keep drawing cards while I'm trying to gain life to pew pew somebody. But like, let's be honest, I could only pew like 1 person anyway, even if I did get there.
Yeah, true enough.
Well, once you cast
And then
enough
it gets stifled.
creature spells, you start getting really close.
And you'll notice at the beginning of the game, I was swearing at myself for not cutting in the last card I wanted to cut in. That was Triumph of the Hordes. So that's not
Oh
in.
yes. Oh okay.
But that's okay. Like we said, we can turn all of your like clockwork beetles and stuff into 3/3 beasts with your rampage of whatever.
Pretty
That
much.
might not have been put in here by accident.
I figured it was on purpose. I just thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. Arni is back.
And here we go.
Is that cool, Gruger? You gonna counter it?
Sir, may I Arnie, sir? Please, sir?
I got no counters anymore, man. I use my
Alright.
mana drain.
I would like to put a Whisper Cloak on him.
Joseph? You can't.
I have nothing to say
Responses?
about it. I am tapped out.
Sorry, that was me. That was me trying to draw an arrow. I just did the wrong thing. That was I didn't mean to unattach it.
Where would you like this Arnie to go?
This Arni is probably going at Joseph just because he's at 38.
I mostly just don't want to take Arnie beats anytime soon.
Yeah, I understand. And I also don't want to take Octavia beats anytime soon. So
I'm glad we understand one another.
Yeah.
Carry
It
on.
won't be Octavia beats. It'll be Ink Moth beats.
McCrae, what is
Yeah.
this bullshit? They're making we kill them deals right in front of us.
This happens like every second week, and I pointed
but also
out.
Joseph has
and-
9 cards in hand, is at 38 life. I think he can afford to lose like 6 health. Sorry, 8 health.
I've got 2 cards, and
I don't like what
a
you're
loop on
saying,
board
but I
to make
can't
zombies.
disagree with you either.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't play my land, so I should
Also, you're
probably
going to hit
done
me
that.
for 10, or 8, you jerk.
8. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would like
I'm-
more
I'm-
gold,
I'm-
but I'm not going to swing my Cavalier Flames. Also,
I am feeling like we are just going to either die to Arnie beats, or all of our artifacts are about to get turned into beasts, so people can start blocking again.
that was my thought. That's why I'm not cracking these gold if I can avoid it.
So then you also have creatures at the end of it.
Yeah, and yes, I will pay the 1 to 3. Yeah. All right, that's it.
I'm just gonna sit here and smile as I get beat to death.
You have to find some way to not die to an Ink Moth. That's okay, fair, fair. I told you it was going to be 3 turns. You had 3 turns to do something. What? I don't know. But you had 3 turns to do something.
The damage
Okay.
I did to you was irrelevant because you were dying to infect anyway. So
I'm really unsure of this
That
play.
Doesn't
but I'm
make me
gonna
feel better.
do it.
yeah,
I'm gonna
it's just
sack
because I
that guy.
cursed you. That was like the only reason I've attacked you this
Oh,
entire
good
game.
for-
McRae,
into
McRae,
play.
McRae.
What?
You have a token. You have a.
Oh, did something
trigger.
die?
Yeah, he sacrificed
Yeah.
frozen.
I sacked that guy to put a
Ooh.
thing into play.
Neat.
Okay. So
Ooh, you actually have 2 ways in your deck to make infinite zombie tokens.
I'm going to put Glimpse of Nature onto the stack. Gruger, stop peeing on my fun.
Here comes the storm.
Gruger, maybe disrupt that if you can.
Gruger!
I mean, he already draws a
Are you
Wow.
serious?
card. Nice. I love
I wasn't paying
denial.
attention earlier, and you snuck that card.
So you lied through your teeth like a champ literally a turn ago when you said you had no counter magic.
Well, he said that he didn't have counter magic for Arni.
Yeah, I didn't have counter magic to Arnie. Ooh, I have a wind. I'm gonna draw a card.
You are the worst.
I am going to discard this thought vessel.
What are you making an 8
This is
for
just-
this turn, Gruger?
Getting
This is
beat by
this is
Ryan's the game. Like, what is this?
I didn't lie through my
Politicking is
I just said
bullshit.
I couldn't do anything about Arnie on the stack. I was like, yeah, you go ahead.
McRae, why are you mad that he's not going to draw his whole deck this turn?
I want him to have an answer.
In mono green?
Yes.
All right, I'm
I
just
can
gonna
deal
keep
with
this
that in mono
arrow on
black.
this one. I'm not gonna. Okay, fine.
I can't deal with
fine.
either of your decks. Can't do artifacts and I can't do instants and sorceries.
I mean, you can easily deal with me just by hitting me with a bunch of zombies if you really wanted to.
That's the plan 10 turns from
You-
now.
But also, I'm not threatening you in any way because I haven't attacked you in a little
Yeah,
bit.
That's,
you can
that's
just-
a lie. That is a lie. Don't
didn't
lie to
attack
me.
I could have hit you with the Cavalier Flames.
You could have hit me, is what an abuser says.
Did you take
beat
8
me
commander
last
damage?
turn.
No.
Oh, McRae, I found another combo. in
You're
your
the
deck.
only one who has no commander damage from me.
So
I'm at
another way
24
that
life.
That's my win condition. You are in the best
another
spot.
way Phyrexian Altar and Gravecrawler kills us is with the Meat Hook Massacre.
Good old meatball
That's
massacre.
true, actually. I do have the Meat Hook Massacre as a field nuke. I didn't realize it had the secondary ability, too.
Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. So you kill
Mhm.
us with the Meat Hook. What else? Oh, and Bastion of Remembrance.
What's my recursion
I like-
engine here that doesn't cost mana?
He's talking about Gravecrawler.
Gravecrawler and
Specifically.
Phyrexian Altar
Okay.
go infinite. They give you infinite cast triggers and infinite death triggers.
Yeah.
As long as you have another zombie in play.
So I don't have either of those.
You have
know.
Phyrexian Altar in play.
Sorry, I don't have Meat Hook Massacre or Gravecrawler.
Currently in hand, no. And
Alright.
you don't have the Gravecrawler. I'm just saying.
One ballista.
I have played a lot of zombies. I enjoy zombies, and I'm careful when I create my casual lists because I really like Gravecrawler as a card, but Gravecrawler can accidentally go or not accidentally, but Gravecrawler can go infinite with some of these sack outlets. That's all I
Yeah.
was saying. So when you said, "Oh, I don't have the thing,"
Again,
like,
it's 3 cards. I'm not running tutors.
Why did it have to be this?
Well, I'm running an Entomb, actually. That's a lie. So I can get the Gravecrawler. But aside from that, like I don't feel like a mono black zombies list is gonna be
Oh.
able to get there.
Also,
actually, you have
Maybe
3
1
ways-
in 10, maybe.
You have 3 ways to make infinite zombies. Okay, that's cool.
I don't know. I didn't intend it.
Gruger is scrutinizing your deck more than like the amount of effort I put into my deck.
7.
No, I just have his deck.
I would like to
Yeah,
put a
I know.
Zendikar
I'm
Resurgent to the stack.
Yeah, I used my
Pretty good
stubborn.
storm card.
I used my stubborn.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
took away all of your fun just for you to still have a
All
lot
right.
of fun.
So do you
You really
storm
will have
now
it.
with a scry and 2 draws per cast, double mana, etc.?
I think Joseph is doing fine right now.
Oh, thank fuck! But why am I at such low
You are
life?
forgetting that I forgot to put the main win con of my deck into my deck. So, yep, I might have a horde of 1/1s.
Yeah, I'm gonna play an Undead Augur.
Nice.
That's okay. Your Zendikar Resurgent makes you what, double mana, right?
Yep.
So you can start just pumping that into your Walking Ballista. You're fine.
I'm going to sacrifice this Decayed for a mana and a card and lose a life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're doing it. You're doing it.
Maybe I'll pay the black. Play a
Oh,
Vampiric
Undead
Rites.
Augur. Yeah.
I'm not sure how Vampiric Rites quite helps you just yet.
Doesn't
Thought
get
you were
you
playing zombies, not vampires.
I
Get
guess
outta
you can
here.
draw 2 cards when you sacrifice a zombie now.
I will make 2 more zombies
And gain a life
and
until
gain
he
a life.
breaks even life-wise.
Wait, what?
Oh, so
No, I'll lose a life.
No, that's if you sack to vamp rights, you net 0 with your undead augur life-wise.
I'm using Gisa, so I'm going to lose a life and
Oh,
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And yeah, and so you're sacrificing 1 zombie, and then you essentially net a zombie out of this, correct? And then you lose another life, draw another card.
yeah. Do I do this? I could do that. Ooh, these are all bad. I'm just going to kill myself with like life loss to just try and find a damnation, aren't I?
Actually, with the undead augur now, he is now bound by life. I guess you could just sack the undead augur. This is true. Never mind. He's not bound by anything.
I'm going to sack again.
He has
Stop trying to make me look
life.
like a threat. Get out of here. Unbreathing Horde is going to get sacked. I'll get a Zomble. I'll get a loss of life and a card draw and a black mana.
Yeah, Phyrexian Altar is real good when you just have stuff that you can turn into cards and more mana.
And mana.
Yeah, I think you're doing okay.
Draw 4 more cards, flip 4
Blockers?
more mana. Seems fine.
Like, I agree, if you don't find an answer, you could potentially be dead to the Syncmoth Nexus if I choose to swing it at you.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like,
Maybe I wasn't going to, but you're putting a whole lot of wine, and it's making me really just want to swing at you.
Yeah, you're giving me. I mean, you're giving me shit about my deck. So
This is the
with my death
talks
like
about how he
hanging.
gets picked on, but then he just plays threat after threat after threat after threat and talks about how he's getting hit.
I understand when I get hit.
All right, I'm gonna dig. I'll
yeah,
sacrifice.
totally. You have no reason not to dig. Like, you are in. This is what I would be digging in your position. Like, don't get me wrong.
Your general's other art even has a shovel. You should be digging.
Play a swamp.
I'm not like. I'm just trying to
Actually,
give you
does
a
that
friend.
art have a... No, that art doesn't have a shovel.
That one does not, but the other one does.
Let's do another one.
Wait, doesn't she? She does. She just...
in her
swung through the top of the
backhand,
head with it.
yes. It's just kind of hidden. Yeah.
Yeah,
The shadow
that's a
is
weird
easy
one.
to see.
Here, I'll be right back in
Fuck
just a sec.
Mhm.
This is hilarious. The beer I'm doing today, just for
4,
funsies.
5, 6.
All of the writing is completely in German, so I had to actually look it up on the internet to find out anything that I could really say other than like what I think of it. Good times.
Nice.
It's easier just do this. I'm probably
Oh,
gonna sack
Newscraft
this.
Oh, you don't have a spell in hand? Like, if you cast a spell, you get a zomboid. You should sack your 2 zombie tokens. And then you draw 2 more cards. You get 2 more black mana floating, and then if you cast a spell,
But he might not have any 2 drops.
No, he has a lot.
Oh,
of mana.
5 drops, I guess.
Animate dead on the unbreathing horde.
Newscraft mob.
Newscraft mob triggers, by the way.
Yes.
I love zombies. Like, yes, I'm giving you shit because I can, but it's because of stuff like this. I love just churning my own shitty creatures for value and then playing a bunch of dumb zombie anthems.
Yeah, see, like, this would have been good 5 turns ago.
What are you talking about? This is still fine. You could still accidentally hit your combo or a combo that you didn't realize you had and win.
I'll sacrifice the unbreathing horde. I've already got the decayed trigger. But I do lose a life, get a black, draw a card, keep digging. Holy shit.
Dead is in your bin.
Yes. I don't think I can get there.
You still have 3 more zombies you can sack.
Yeah, I'll do...
You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have like 5 mana at the minimum.
Let's go. Let's sack this zombie, get a black, lose life, draw a card.
I love Undead Augur. The fact that it's not bound by the token keyword on it.
Yeah.
So good.
That's what makes it good. And it's 2 mana. Like, oof.
It's so good. Feeds you into devotion. You could potentially draw into like Gary and stabilize from
Dreadhorde Invasion.
Make a zombie.
Make a zombie.
Well, it's at the beginning of his upkeep, isn't it?
No, it's off Newscraft mob.
Oh, when you play a spell, remove a counter, make a zombie.
Yeah. All right, let's sack a... sack a zombie. Let's do it again. I'm just dying here, but
I assumed you already triggered Ghoulish Procession this turn, right?
Yep, you did that way earlier.
Actually,
I walked away, so I'm checking.
okay. Let's go.
I think it was
One,
before you walked away, but he's turned.
2, 3.
He's turned a lot of zombies.
He's done a lot.
He's
Yeah.
between you and
Turn 3, lose 3 life, draw 3 cards, get 3 black. Holy shit! All right, let's go.
Just cast a damnation.
No,
Does he
it's
have
not
a
a
damnation?
damnation. It's exactly what Gruger said. It's a Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah. Which is only going to be for 5, 6, nope, 7, 8, 9.
It's a
36, 42.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
It's 10.
Gisa, 10. Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Did I
10.
miscount that?
Where's 11?
You counted 1 extra.
I see 10.
I also see 10.
8.
Your front row is
Something-
6, and then you have 4 black permanents.
Good
on your back
procession.
row.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Tell
was
you what,
10.
I'm going to lose 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 10.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
2, 4, 6.
All right. So I'm going to gain 30 life. You guys are going to lose 10.
Kruger, are you stopping this?
No, I decided to not
He's
die
gonna-
to your. I decided to not die to your storm, but then I didn't realize he was going to drop an undead augur and proceed to storm himself.
He is going to kill me with Infect, so this is irrelevant. It's a big play at the end of the game to show my deck isn't a nothing burger.
Sacrifice your Grey Merchant now. Draw another
Let's
card.
Keep
Get another
going.
mana. I don't know if I would have played that Vampiric Rites. I hope it doesn't screw you for mana.
Nah, not really. I mean, I think that's all I can really.
Well, if you think you're dying to infect, you might as well just Oh wait, that's not a zombie though.
Yeah, I was going to say, he really
Yeah.
can't get there right now.
No, he can no longer get there.
Yeah. He padded his
Well,
life
let's
total,
hope that
but-
you want to threaten somebody else.
I mean, he's forcing your
I was
hand,
going to say, guys, come on.
essentially.
He's at 42 and has a very strong engine on the table. He's probably
Yep.
okay. Like,
Ugh.
Actually, so throw this away.
Tobin.
Yep.
Can I have a little bit of mercy from the mono red beats if I kill McRae this turn?
This is what I mean. Like I can't even.
No. You were just about got there. 20 cards that turn.
You saw that I didn't get there and I can't get there. Like,
well, no, but that's because of what you chose to do. You have the loop in play right now.
It's just like I don't know what 7 cards you have left in the hand. You did choose to spend like a mana on Vampiric Rites and a couple
Mhm.
like mana.
Kruger, you don't have to debate it. If he untaps, we die. He's got our
Yeah.
deck in play right now.
Like I don't know what 7 cards. Like if he has enough zombies in hand, he can start a loop happening again, and then he can sack one to Ghoulcaller Gisa, and then get more zombies, and like it's strong. He's doing something strong.
just far too late in the game for any.
Kruger, I will be as nice to you as I can be. I mean, I'm going to use what I have in play. I'm probably not going to.
I would
If
like
that-
to. If I die to something that's not commander damage, it is what it is. But I would prefer to not die to commander damage. Is mostly what I'm trying to
Sure.
say.
You're
I
gonna
will-
die to commander damage.
No. It's
I will-
like
I plan to swing it at. I mean, yes, I would like to swing at you. I'm going to put that out there, but it's most likely. I also don't feel like getting hit for an additional 16 right now. So
well, you would just chump the flame caller, and then you would only take.
Kruger, do what you're doing.
Yep. We're going.
I mean, I guess I could chump the Octavia, but I doubt that's happening.
Do what you're doing. I believe in you.
Oh, I believe in me too. We will do this.
If only I
We-
top decked that damnation.
Move to combat. Swing before combat damage. Ooh, we both get a gold token.
Oh, hey, look at that.
It's all coming up Millhouse.
Let's use. one of these.
Oh,
So I have
dirty.
a cast trigger. This is going to go here.
Which are rapid hybridizing.
Careful where you point that thing.
I may be slightly annoyed, obviously, if you pointed at my stuff, but I assume it's going at my stuff.
It's
If I'm
mostly just
dying,
mostly just the Cavalier Flames is terrifying.
Oh, okay.
It's because
But I want it
it gives haste and it
in
pumps.
play.
I understand.
Yep.
I understand.
I'm aware of this.
We'll just blow up a walk. We'll convert a walking ballista because that also terrifies.
Hey, Gruger, I'll spite play Kill Your Moth if you pop any of my stuff.
please do.
Oh yeah,
Please
that's
do.
a thing. That's a thing that can happen. Okay, never mind. My bad. I forgot that the way the triggers work. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright.
I got bamboozled. I'm sorry, Tobin. You can do whatever you need to do to me. You get a
I get
one
a.
of these.
A Frizzard?
Thank you.
Frizzard.
Cool. I die.
I had no land. Wait.
I have.
Yeah, I had no land in my graveyard, so no trigger.
Okay. Oh, I also get to draw a card and discard a card.
Cool.
Let's get rid of this Castle Vantris.
McRae, what are you doing?
What?
Died
I
to Impact.
died, in fact.
Nothing is resolved yet. He's literally still resolving casting rapid hybridization.
No, he's drawing cards for hitting.
No.
He's drawing cards for casting rapid hybridization.
Yeah, it was Wind River Wizard.
Yeah, Wind Rider,
Wind Rider.
Wizard.
Yeah, Wizard. And then so I just did that.
Alright.
This was an 8/8, I'm assuming. There we go. All this has resolved. Now, now it's dead. Now
I'm dead. Like,
He's just
Alright,
dead.
if you got answers, announce them, because
It happened.
you know he started resolving shit. So
does this thing do anything for me? Sure. I play a War Room. There we go.
Nice.
Whee!
there's the card draw engine that will pull you through to the end of the game.
Maybe, maybe not. What's? Oh, I'm at 4 in my bin. I'm so good at this game.
Whoa.
Getting there.
It's been bad. Yeah, that's me. I got nothing.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I was really hoping Cavalier Flame would be around.
I forgot that Walking Ballista could just, in response, like, because the triggers, I have to point where I'm casting all the triggers, and then he was correct. He could just spike kill my
Okay.
ink moth.
So,
I know.
Hey,
He
we were
didn't
cool,
say
you
he
were trying to
was.
kill my
so-
stuff, man.
No. We good. We cool. Well, we're not really cool. You're still drawing like all the cards on your turn.
Behold my army of 1/1s.
You have double draw and double mana in play. That is terrifying as well.
Yeah, and shamefully, I have literally nothing I can spend it on because everything is free.
No, but you're gonna draw until you find your stupid.
okay. I'm gonna
Laser.
play a
Please,
War
no.
Room.
I
Oh,
literally
hey,
don't have a
that
creature.
card.
I literally don't have a creature in hand right now, just so you know, just for funnies.
But that is funny.
Joseph,
Because I
um,
would have cast it last turn.
do you feel like untapping my deeps?
Can I do that?
Yeah, just ping it for 1 damage.
Can you not smash me with Arni then?
Yes, I'm more mad at Gruger for killing my creature. Arni will not attack you.
And then he will break the promise of Arni not attacking and murder Gruger, which will be reminded. So then he'll go and kill you anyways, Joseph.
Well, no, because that was prior to Gruger blowing up my
No.
creature.
Originally, I wasn't gonna be messing with this stuff, but
You guys are way too cozy, you Ryans.
I was terrified of your draw engine. I'm terrified of Joseph's draw engine.
Joseph
Oh,
was sitting there drawing 20 cards and nobody messed with him. And then the minute I
I
get an
messed
engine
with
to
him.
try and dig
I
for the
killed his Beast
damnation,
Whisperer.
Hey,
I
McRae?
killed his Glimpse of
McRae.
Nature.
I don't know what to
Take
say.
a look in my zone here.
I know.
I've messed with him. I've messed with him.
Alright,
I just hope you
I
wouldn't-
sack 3 gold to.
There, he has literally turned off both of my draw engines when I tried to cast them by countering them.
So this on the stack, I am not dying to your commander damage this way.
Okay,
Pew.
sure. That's fine.
I have
Give
an
me
8/8
more
Windrider.
3
with it.
3s. That's fine.
It's
And,
unblockable anyways.
and I'll discard this island. Oh, sorry, let me give you some
Oh, wait.
one AP boy.
I should have actually. Sorry, give me 1 second. I might respond to that. Mostly because otherwise it takes 2 more mana than I thought.
I mean, that seems good.
You technically, I don't know if
Okay.
it'll ever matter, but you technically have 1 more card in your graveyard too. You have an enchantment in your graveyard. The aura fell off.
Oh yes, yeah. That should be irrelevant. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out something. So, yeah, I did need my other creatures not to be little bitty babies
Itty bitty babies.
for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, itty bitty babies. So let's see. If I were to cast that while I still had the 7/7, that would. I just don't know how. I mean, I should probably just be terrified of Joseph also.
Yeah, I'm just like, I understand why you wanted to come at me, but I'm like, everything that you were doing, I was just like,
Yes. Well, sorry. My intention was to kill both of you this turn, but that now is off the table. I can only kill one of you.
I like how
that's
you
also-
asked me to help you untap so you can kill me.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna hit you with my commander. I was still gonna kill you.
This is what I mean. The Ryans are like the masters of the Fey wording, where they'll word things very specifically so they can stab you in the back later, and not go against their word because they've technically fucking rules lawyered you into the ground.
Didn't technically lie.
let's
Exactly.
True, I didn't ask you to kill me with it if I untapped it. That's true. That
Yeah, I was gonna hit you for not with my commander. Okay, sorry. I'm just.
at least only
I need to do some slight math. Okay, so that still takes 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2.
I think we need to have some sort of embargo where we just say like refuse to
2.
politic with Orion. Period on the show.
Well, then you're just gonna make the Ryan block stronger because we can only partner with each other.
No, that rule applies to yourselves. You can't barter with Orion.
We're
Yeah,
going
but-
black market on this. Except
Have you seen the cards I play? I need to make bargains.
you're killing
Okay.
me with an Arni because I can't block it.
I don't actually even know if I can kill you with Arni anymore. Like,
Oh, thank God.
you're at 9. I can
Highest
pump
you get
it
is 6 on
to.
board.
I can pump in. Okay, so I can kill you. Yes, I think. If this
Can you get it to
works the way I
11?
think it does. If it doesn't, we'll find out. Let's see.
Still got 3 mana.
I'm not responding to
mana.
that. That's all. It has happened. So we will draw it to this frog lizard now.
The hasty one. Yeah. I guess before anything else, I should go like 2 and 1 and lose a life, draw a card.
Sure.
So you're drawing a card from War Room?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of fucking cheeky.
Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Mission briefing?
Palmify something.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph.
What's up?
You may have an 8/8 Rotary Copper this turn.
You sure you don't want to make one of my guys an 8/8? That would be cool.
No, I'm good. Draw a card, discard a card, or surveil 2. Fine. I need control W. Surveil 2.
Had 1 card in hand and somehow is now digging 4 cards deeper in a graveyard.
This Plague Mirror is getting surveilled.
The world of RNGesus loves Ryans for some reason. I don't know what the fuck it is, but They're basically Satan, and they get blessed for it.
Wow.
Tobin, wouldn't you have
I
had
don't
to,
know what you're talking about.
wouldn't you have had to pay an equip thing into
He
the
did.
throne?
He used all of his gold originally.
Oh, the gold.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I've paid 6 mana attempting to
Okay.
equip this turn.
Apologies, I've been trying to read about this beer while I've been playing.
All right. I guess I'll leave this on top of my deck.
When you know Orion's going to win and you've already checked out, just read the beer website.
I'm not
so
checking out. I always like to make
It is
notes of what
likely
it
I
is,
can't
like,
kill
getting
either
down,
of them,
so,
which means Joseph gets to win on his turn as Kruger's throwing all his interaction at me.
Yeah, because I was gonna die. I don't know what else you have in hand, and what you're doing right
Yeah,
now
take
is
the honorable death of getting beaten by the Arni.
no. Screw that noise. We're not getting Arni.
But it literally would have been equip, tap, play another card, and then you're both dead. It would have been simple. Now we have to watch Joseph cast like 21 ones.
And
You
then-
two
and
do
then we
this
got-
to yourselves. I don't feel bad for you
the
at all.
hordes, I might add.
Okay.
And that, so I'm going to give you so you can have matching apes. Is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to
Okay.
choose.
So this
Ponga.
frog is now in.
Yeah.
We got it.
Oh, I get to Wind Rider again.
Yeah.
So you basically
that-
polymorphed his Frizzard into an ape.
When you tried to equip, yes.
Yeah.
the Clockwork Beetle is an 8/8 for the turn. Let me draw a card. Which of these am I discarding? Oh, I forgot I had to discard one of these. Top of my deck. Mistakes. Well, I'm pretty certain I are just dead anyways, and I can't cast this, so here's a Mystic Confluence. Carry on.
Cool. The game plan now has changed. It's like can't kill
No,
anyone.
I'm
It
pretty
doesn't
certain I'm
matter.
just dead to.
It's only 4 damage.
I'm pretty certain I'm just dead to
It's
Joseph.
not that impressive.
Is where
You
I'm
Right.
can pump another
Uh,
6 damage into Gruger, and that's about it.
Gonna say my
It's
back
only
on the
4
menu for being
damage.
smashed again.
That was a
So
lot.
let's
That was
lose
some fun looting I got to do though. Hey, look it! I've just
let's lose 3 life and draw a card with War Room. Neat. Okay.
oh
And then I guess I
oh
will
your ancient
poke
tomb. Your
Kruger.
ancient tomb was still untapped. I did not see that. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Kruger, I swing at you.
Yeah, I got nothing I can do about that.
So it's a +1 essentially. So 4 damage.
You're at 16.
That's it.
The bonk.
I'm done.
I was
Wow.
considering. I've had that Pongify and rapid hybridization. I was considering just Pongifying your Arni. Obviously, way back when, but I'm like,
Yes, I
Okay.
figured as much.
So this is a problem. I still don't have a creature.
yes.
Nice.
Wow. Rub it in, why don't you?
Okay, let's see.
He's got a strip mine though.
Yes.
Oh, 100% he has to strip mine your Inkmoth Nexus.
Oh, I've already
I
been
mean, only
sitting
if
on
it
that.
attack-
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I need instances or sorceries, and it's two
Okay.
it's 2 turns to kill you with that. He has a strip mine, so I can't kill
So
him.
I'm gonna tap for 2. I will play a Genesis Chamber.
Here
Oh,
we go.
Disgusting.
Here we go.
Oh, this is
Um,
no longer an 8/8. This is back to
So you have Scry, draw 2 on cast. Sorry, no, one's on cast, one's on ETB,
I am going to
which gets you another
activate
Scry.
my general.
hmm
That goes to graveyard.
I may put this into grave.
Or
I
leave it
didn't
on
see what
top
you
and-
revealed. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cast Kamal.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I am going to scry trigger first. I am definitely going to bottom the hell out of that.
So no, you have to actually draw your card first for Zendikar Resurgent because that's a cast trigger,
It's a cast trigger. Then you Scry, then
and
you
then Guardian of
draw.
the Project and Season of Growth. So that card that you just put on the bottom
Okay.
of your deck is the one you draw.
Okay.
And then Genesis
it
Chamber
is-
And then you have
triggers.
It is
Right.
best land in game. You're gonna appreciate this.
Nice.
Oh, that's what you just drew and you wanted to bottom? Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Blah.
You also get a Genesis Chamber trigger.
Okay, that'll go there. Yep. I will make a
Let's just manage your triggers for you at this point.
Kamal is scurry.
Yep.
Shucks, I'm out of targeted removal.
Joseph's video is out
You
for
don't-
some reason.
don't
Don't know
say.
why.
You only pointed 3 of it at me in the last turn.
Because I was very dead otherwise, I'm pretty certain. I don't know what you
Yep.
have in hand, but I think I was
Joseph
dead.
If you
dropped in
didn't-
the middle of his turn.
Yeah. If you didn't do that, you would have taken an additional like 20 plus damage from my commander. So
I figured I was locked in to my play. I was just not enamored with
Yeah.
being locked into my play.
yeah, really, it was the second and third one that threw me off. The first one I was fine with.
So it might be Ryan for the win because without a Joseph,
I'm sure.
we'll
Just
give
him
him
a
some
second.
time.
Yeah.
So we don't have to tell Joseph this, but he had an active Inventor's Fair, so he could have tutored for a cheat creature to carry on, but he did have a Kamal, so it didn't matter.
Yes.
Maul should still be able to do some decent work here, I imagine. Oh,
Yeah.
Discord message. He just said, "Be right back." Oh, he said, "Net choked. Be right back." Okay.
He did that on his
The unfortunates of internet.
All right. Man. My
You're
turn was
gonna
gonna
do
be so
some-
sweet.
You were going to do something sweet and it was going to wreck me. I drew very awkwardly this game. Like,
Mhm.
I only now am up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 instants and no sorceries in my bin somehow. And I
All right.
drew
You're back.
I drew
hope so.
5 of my 14 creatures in my deck. Like, if you don't include my commander.
Yes.
Like, that feels really odd.
Whew. Okay. It's having a panic attack that my
Yeah.
board would be gone. Okay. You guys can hear me? I'm good?
Yes. Did you scry one
Yep.
for the mirror token entering?
No, that's when the game choked. But no, I'm still resolving the Kamal scry,
We don't have video,
but
we
the
just have
game stopped
audio.
working.
Okay.
Who has no video?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. Now
Okay.
he's there. Cool. Cool.
Cool beans.
Cool. Beans. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
I love that movie.
Me too.
It's probably one of the movies I've watched the most in my life.
You know, Andy Samberg is remarkably consistent in most of the things he does.
All right.
Yeah.
I like
Mirror.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I like all his jank, like Hot Rod.
Good old Hot Rod.
I think that Adam Sandler movie that he did
Ooh.
was not
Leave
great.
that.
But I didn't watch that.
Oh,
so.
that. I will use this one. You guys can hear me, right? I'm working now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you're working.
Okay, cool.
Do
So
your
I'll use this one floating mana. Oh, actually, I have one more green. Sorry, Kamal didn't cost 8, it cost 7. I'm
Is it
going to use this one
Nylea?
floating colorless mana to play a drawbridge.
Sick.
Cool.
Okay, so cast trigger, I have to draw. Then I can scry.
So pay
Wait,
2 into the
bottom.
crashing drawbridge to give it haste, and then tap it to give everything haste.
We will bottom that.
Wait,
And then we
he
will
has-
draw off of the Genesis Chamber. Or sorry, Guardian Project? Guardian Project, there we go.
He has no way to give drawbridge haste currently.
Yeah, he does. Come on.
No, Kamal is only a target land.
No, can't hit creatures.
Mirror will then trigger. I will scry.
Hey Joseph,
So-
unless you have a way to give them all haste, could you put the crashing drawbridge and anything that's entered like on Kamal or that way?
All I'm going to tell you is don't worry about it.
He's got 2 draws, like a Genesis Chamber scry plus the normal scry if it's a creature that he's casting.
Oh yeah,
Like
I knew
he's-
I was
turning and
choosing my
burning.
fate of who I was dying to.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay. I'm going to leave that on top. I'm going to draw it.
I think you made the mistake of pinning all the infect damage on me, but
I'm going to
Not
play a land for
really.
turn.
There was
I think you and Tobin arbitrarily just started beating me for the field nukes early on, and then it
No,
kind
no,
of
I was beating you for the gold tokens.
I wanted the
Um,
gold.
that too.
Yeah.
That's why
Alright.
That's why I didn't make my thing bigger.
He's
I am
using me for
going
value.
to
Yeah.
play a Tangle Root
Oh, there
with
it
the mana
is.
that I have off of the bad land I just played.
Okay, so every cast you now are net positive.
Yep.
Depending on what he's casting.
Well,
correct.
So if it's a
Depending.
1-drop, he
But
gets a
yes,
mana.
you will float one. Yeah. Depending. If it's a colorless 1-drop, yes.
He's got 1 green and 4 more in the pool.
Yep.
I shouldn't have left it. It didn't matter.
Just
I
wait till he
thought
drops a
I was
Phyrexian
gonna
Altar or something. The amount of times I've actually died to a Genesis Chamber, like strapped to something like a Phyrexian Altar or something like that, has been pretty high over the years. It's a good card.
This
Doesn't
is
seem
so
to play.
messed up. Okay.
So I know it wasn't your intent, McRae. It was just funny when you're like, "Oh, I don't have any of the things," and I was curious, and I just like took a quick look at your list, and I was like, "Oh, there's 3 different ways to accidentally make infinite tokens." This is assuming you needed exactly Gravecrawler and Phyrexian Altar, but
At
don't
least
want-
3 to 4 cards in the deck to have these loops and no tutors.
No. You only need 3. You only need 2 cards to establish the loop, and a third.
Okay, I'm so upset right now.
Can't get there?
2. 1, 2.
Oh,
Hail
Captain
Mary, baby.
Spitfine.
We are going to rampage the clans.
Sure.
Cool.
That's funny, and I'm here for this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11.
So you get 11 4/4s or 3/3s?
You get
Yep.
you have 11 scry triggers.
I get a 2.
Doesn't
Nice.
it get destroyed before it comes in?
Oh yeah, never mind. You're correct. I just turned off my brain because I thought I was dead.
Cool. All right.
Oh,
Shuffle
that's why
boards,
this,
make some centaurs.
this is why you said it didn't matter, because your crashing drawbridge was just turning into a 3/3. Got it. Got it.
Yes.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, we still might care about which ones could attack.
All right, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, cool. Just want to check one more time before I bin all this.
33 damage on board. Seems good. Get that
Uh,
skull clamp out of here too, baby.
Oh yeah, because it was attached to the thing. Boom. With my final green mana, I will play Concordant Crossroads and
Nice
move
swing.
to combat.
Nice. Yep.
Who you killing?
Everybody.
Yep. I mean, yeah, he's got Kamal.
All of these get 3/3. So these
Yeah,
are all
trap
6
decks.
6s.
Nice.
Yep.
Any responses, or is that it?
My deck doesn't have responses.
All
So
right. I'm
I
changing the
can-
scenes. We can go to post game
How many-
table talk.
Gerger might do something.
No, I'm just seeing
but
how much
no.
I can soak up here. Was all.
Okay, well here, I'll actually count this out then because obviously this is gonna matter. So
You need to
Tobin
do
can
30
soak-
damage through.
I can block 12.
Okay,
So you need to throw
first-
27 at me, which is not divisible by 6. So you have
do
to throw
that.
28 at me. Nope. Math.
So
30.
soak 12. So
30.
Tobin can just soak those 2, and then
Uh-huh.
these 3 will deal 18 to him.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't want to like count, so it was just easier if I could.
Ruger
see
can soak. Well, let's see. You block 1 straight up because big guy,
Yep.
and then you can soak a second one, and then
Or-
Well, they have trample, so it's 5.
Yeah, I can soak up 5
So-
damage.
You deal 1 excess.
Okay, yeah, no, we're dead. Yeah, no, the last hand.
All right. Post game
The
deck.
last
Alright,
card
so
I had was a
bottom
crushing
row-
tentacles in hand. No, you got it. This
bottom
was the
row
last-
Tobin, top
Yep.
row Gruger.
All right. Everybody
You
switch
got
the
there.
scene. That
I
brings
had
us to
nothing.
table talk.
I drew kind of shitty My deck did not do what it wanted to do.
I
How
had
is that for a Hail Mary play at the end?
Mhm.
Can
had
I
exact
stop
mana
dying
to-
to infect on this show, please?
I had exact mana to blow up my entire board and then hope I could get there with one bullshit Concordant Crossroads.
You did draw 45 cards.
Yeah.
Sorry, 44
sure.
cards. You drew like a. You had like because. Oh, can we show? I know he changed scenes. What were the last 3 cards in your hand, Tobin? I just want to see what all the damage was going to come from. Was it going to be like a?
So I had a Kedis, which was how I was going to not attack Joseph with my commander, but still deal damage to him. And then I had a Soul's Fire.
Oh.
Which is 3 mana, just target creature deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have to double equip, I would have been able to. It would have been my commander would have been a 21-21.
Nice.
And yeah, or well, a 21-6. No, 21-10.
So I just have to point this out. My deck has 41 creatures in it. Yes, I had a good draw system set up there, and my deck completely stalled out, hitting land after land or spells there. I have in my hand a Shamanic Revelation, but I had nothing in play to bother casting it for the 5. Like, it was a waste. I have a Worldly Tutor, which is just pure sad because I can just put it on top of my library and not get it. Like, this was good.
You do realize that you could have gone Inventor's Fair, tutored for an artifact creature to your hand, and then if you wanted to draw it with your Worldly Tutor.
I really thought I would draw something. I was very surprised that with all the stuff I have, I didn't draw into something.
Yeah, but even after when you're doing like this big Hail Mary, which obviously you got there, if you had so desired, you could have tutored for a creature to start your chain again. You could have tutored for off of Inventor's Fair for another one of your like Ornithopters, and then you could have also Worldly Tutored, so you would be guaranteed drawing off all that.
Yep.
But you obviously got there anyway, so it didn't matter. No, I meant to. I wasn't really paying attention, and then you like snuck the because I had the Stubborn Denial in hand for a while, and you snuck the Guardian Project by me, and it was already kind of going into McRae's. Like, I looked away. I think I was probably like ribbing on McRae. And I looked away.
Does it really matter? Because you Stubborn Denialed my Beast Whisperer, which for all intents is the exact same thing.
No. It meant that you wouldn't.
It was the spell, the Glimpse of Nature. Beast Whisperer was mana drained.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's any different, honestly.
Well, it just meant that the turn that you were trying to go off with the Glimpse of Nature, you wouldn't have had the Guardian Project in play as well. So you would have only been drawing 1, and then it would have fizzled, and then you wouldn't have had the Guardian Project for future turns, is what it would.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Yeah.
I know. This
probably would have, similar.
Similar. He would have drawn like 4 less cards, which could have changed everything. But
okay. Any other last minute thoughts about that garbage fire?
My next 3 draws were all forests, as I'm talking about how it's like so predominantly creatures. Like, that was so even more Hail Mary because that was it.
Yeah, I was sitting at where was I? I was at 27 instants and 6 sorceries, and that was such a sad showing to be that deep into the game, and I didn't even hit 8 in my bin yet. I hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in my bin and 2 in exile.
Because you were casting them all.
No, I just didn't hit.
Oh no, he just didn't hit.
And then for some reason, all my looters got blown up. And of my 15 creatures in my deck, I drew 3 of them in the first 3 rounds, like 3 turns of the game. I'm like, what is this garbage? Give me my cheap cantrips. Come back to me.
Yeah.
This is not what the deck's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You hard cast your 10-drop commander. Pretty decent.
Yeah, I hard cast my 10.
You didn't have to worry about counter spells, so that was probably nice. And then it has ward 8, which would have literally been my entire turn, any turn to interact with it. So
I was just afraid that McRae was going to draw like his 4th board wipe, and
I mean, I already dropped 2 of them. The first one was more successful than the second, but
less likely to have them at that point. But
I think honestly, I think earlier in the game where you did like the Toxic Deluge, no one was pointing anything at you. I think you could have like sandbagged. If you sandbagged one more turn,
Absolutely.
I could have.
yeah.
I was not going to attack you.
If you had
Okay,
sandbagged,
to be fair
so
though, usually when I'm open and Tobin has the ability to attack, Tobin comes at me.
Yeah,
so
but
Yeah,
that
except
guy
I was
track
building
like,
commander damage. I wanted Kruger at like a healthy like
14.
12 damage, and then I was gonna like see what happened.
Yeah.
Because I assumed I wanted to force him to spend
Interaction.
removal on me,
Or
so that I could just replay my commander the next turn and start going in again.
yeah,
But,
no, I
yeah.
know the stupid haste. I saw what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, this is gonna kill me so
Exactly.
hard.
So I was gonna
don't want
force Kruger to have it, or just kill him, or at least like get him close to dead.
Yeah,
But,
I think you
Right.
because and then what would have been? I think that would have put Nylea up to potentially devotion, and then you could have caught her with the Toxic Deluge. And-
she's 5'6".
I mean, you could just gone one higher.
Yeah, you
But-
just with the Toxic Deluge, it doesn't matter. And then you could have, or if nothing happened, you could have just played your Mutilate instead and wiped the board of everything else, and then still had the Toxic Deluge for the following, like 2 rounds later.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You saw that I was flailing and digging for the third field nuke when the board was already the ink. Like again, I had nothing in my deck. I don't think that could interact with land. So I've learned my lesson clearly on Beast Within, or not Beast Within.
No. You could have just killed me.
Fatal
You-
push. Any removal spell would have done.
yeah,
it.
any removal spell would have done it. You could have, like, it turns into a creature. You are a black deck. You have
Yeah.
maybe not with how
I
you built your.
drew.
Maybe
I
not
did the
with how
Grave
you.
Pact too late. Is the other issue. Because I
Yeah,
had the Grave
no.
Pact in hand when I
Mhm.
died, and I'm like, well, if this tabled, I could get back in the game, but no chance.
Sorry, and yeah, I don't mean to like rib you too hard when you genuinely didn't realize that you had a few combos in your deck, but it was just funny. And I know
It's all
they
about
sent.
Gravecrawler. I just need to cut Gravecrawler, and it seems fine.
Oh yeah, without Gravecrawler, then you just have really strong value engines. I really, really love zombie decks, and Gravecrawler's too iconic for me to want to cut. And then I always have to struggle with myself being like, do I still get to play my Rooftop Storm if I'm in Dimir, or do I still get to play? I just don't play Phyrexian Arena because it enables too many other ridiculous things.
Phyrexian
Or
Altar.
Altar, sorry.
Arena is
Arena
just a-
is the draw. Sorry, Phyrexian Altar.
Have them both, yes.
Unless I'm intentionally trying to punch up, but I'm generally not in casual decks anymore.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
Anything else before we move on?
I'm just sad my octopus lady did one
Yeah.
little thing.
Hail
Just
Mary.
didn't-
Got there.
You murdered me. You did plenty.
You weren't Hail Mary
well,
that hard. You had the dominant.
We're going to go
block
backwards
at
this
the end.
week. So I'm going to throw Tobin on the spot to say who he is and plug whatever he wants to plug. Go.
But okay. Hello. I'm Ryan. I play Magic with these guys sometimes. I'm currently wearing a Toast of London shirt, which is great. Matt Berry.
I started watching that.
Yeah, I love it. Matt Berry can literally say anything, and I'll find it hilarious. So a show that's just him saying weird stuff is great.
What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, is amazing. There's 2
Perfect.
seasons of it.
Yep,
He's great.
there's 3.
Is that the
What?
one where it's like a vampire roommate with a werewolf or something?
Yeah. So it's vampire roommate.
Vampire roommates.
Yes, and it's
Okay.
based basically on a movie, but it takes place in the same universe, and like the people from the movie are in it. It's good. It's a good show. Worth watching.
Funny
Yeah,
shit.
that's it. Matt Berry. I plug him. He's
He doesn't
great.
need the help. He does not need the fucking help.
Whatever.
Did you ask for his consent before you just plug him?
I mean, you can
Yeah,
plug
I
just
think
say-
that's a
anyone.
consensual thing.
Watch his stuff.
What's the snow
Plugging-
covered island between friends?
I don't think plugging is consensual. Plugging
He has
is
a
like-
band that is like very weird, and he sings. It does not sound anything like what you would expect him to. So yeah,
Okay.
listen to that. It's called Witch Hazel. No, that's one of his albums. What's his band called?
Hey, it's his plug. He can plug what he wants.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I
We're
didn't say anything. I enjoy
we're- We're 3 to 9. We're like we're so on time tonight.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, that's it. It's cool, dude.
Sweet. My plug.
Yep.
Well, not the reason. I just
Who are you
didn't play.
first?
Oh, I'm a Gruger, also a Ryan.
He's Gruger, Destroyer of Worlds. Number 8
Rawr.
in the Monarch 2022 tournament. Nearly killed the guy who won the whole thing. Well, I mean, I'm making that part up, but he had a chance.
I had a chance. It actually came down. So yeah, Joseph was my chauffeur. No, he drove us and a couple other friends, and we all went to this giant charity event, CDH tournament down in Seattle that was organized and being run by a couple of our friends as well. Monarch Media. We're close friends with the head owner and the stream coordinator in the company. And yeah, it was a 100-person event. It was a 2-day event. If you made top 16, you went to day 2, which I didn't think I was going to get to, but a crew of us have been playing a ridiculous amount of CEDH every week for like 4 months. For the last month and a half, I've been on the same deck, or 2 months just about.
And your deck is very good. I love that deck so hard.
It was positioned fairly well. I made mulligans reasonably well, had some horseshoes, didn't make too many misplays, or at least none that really cost me the important games. So I went 3-0 or 3-2, which was in a 5-round day 1 in 4-person pods. Like gaining a 60% win rate is pretty much guarantees you top 16. Like I know in 1v1 like modern and stuff, that's like, oh, that's like a terrible record, right? You need to be going like winning all your rounds, but it's really different in a multiplayer format, just all the variants and everything. And then the semifinals, I essentially lost to the person who went ahead of me, choosing between 2 cards, and they chose the right card. They were choosing between 2 stacks effects to play, and they played the one that prevented me from going for a turn 3 win with 2 pieces of protection. And instead, they chose the right one to play. And that game was also really really seat dependent. I did a turn 2 wheel, saw everyone's hands that I wheeled away, wrecked the 2 people that were after me that hadn't gotten to play yet. If they had gone before me, there was a good chance they would have won. And if I had gone before the person to my right, I probably would have won. So it was a very, 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 very close game. Like it was kind of just about a coin flip for the last one. But yeah, it was sweet. It was a lot of fun. I'd do it again. I ran on like 8 hours of sleep for the entire weekend. It was really exciting.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was fun. I do it again, and that's also part of why I still sound like I chain smoked over the weekend, even though I think I was near a cigarette in a bar. That was about it.
And now
but
you
yeah,
segue.
a lot of fun for the future. Keep your eyes out for future Monarch events. They do Oktoberfest in the fall generally, and I think they may have another event coming up planned for the summer, but don't quote me on that. Oh, and they raised $20,000 for US dollars for charity. It was a great event all around.
Did somebody actually bid on those duels?
Oh, probably. We had some ridiculous ballers come through.
They had a literal full set of dual lands there to be bid on, like blind auction style. But the minimum bid was $8,900 US. So I have no idea if anyone actually bid.
They were the most gorgeous. They were the most pristine altars I've seen of cards. There was no. They are very, very, very nice cards. Like how they were altered. They were still playable in tournaments and stuff, or if you were playing vintage. They were already slabbed, but like you could tell, like looking at the slabs and everything, that the cards, they weren't water damaged by the painting process. They were smooth. They were just, if for some reason you had a ridiculous amount of money, they would be such an awesome pimp piece or display piece for your like nerd room. But no, it was awesome. People were donating obviously big prizes like this, or for a blind auction plus the entry fees. Mox Boarding House was in Bellevue, was the event center, and they did a lot. It was an excellent venue for it. So yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome time.
Now you said to Joseph.
Joseph. I took most of his plugs outside of his beer.
No, what am I going to plug? I went to the same tournament. I came 82nd.
Oh, you could have just plugged the tournament. You didn't have to plug yourself.
Oh, there's no plugging in that. I got plugged at that tournament. But I was playing a homebrew that our pal Nick Hammond helped me brew up of Teversat and Thrasios. I can't help, like, I'm not a spike. I don't play for wins. I don't give a shit. I'm way more fascinated by like weird card combinations, like just cards that I'm absolutely in love with. So Jormungandr is one of my absolute favorite characters of Norse mythology, even tattooed on my arm. I can't really move away to get the head in focus. There you go. But yeah, big snake. Jormungandr is Koma in the world of Magic. And so, of course, I have a foil showcase of Koma. And I've never really been able to put it in a deck because Koma is like, he's that absolute awkward space where he's too good for casual and he's not good enough to do anything directly in CDH. Yeah, you can 99 him, but that's it. So I have him in the 99 of my Tev Thras deck. It's not like, if I wanted to like win and I cared a lot, it's Protean Hulk is way better. You can use it for Oracle combos, which is obviously, you know, the bee's knees for winning a game these days. But I don't even have any of that. Like, yes, I'm trying to run an Oracle combo, but I'm doing it in a way harder to land way. But I did manage to jam Koma into games a couple of times. And the thing is, like, he is great in CDH because there's so many small things. No one really has huge beaters in that format. So landing a 6/6 that makes you 4 3/3s in a go round is pretty soul crushing. Actually, it's pretty great.
Also,
But
his
then-
activated ability of like nutting things, like it destroys Najila, turns off her rainbow
Yeah.
lands, turns off her activated ability.
Yeah,
It just like someone wants to do something at the beginning of their upkeep, they're a little bit like tight on mana, and you just crush their soul.
yeah. What he's implying here
margin,
is one of Koma's abilities is you can sack a coil at somebody's upkeep to tap a permanent of theirs. So if they're kind of choked on colors or something, you tap that in their upkeep.
And it removes the
Yes.
activated abilities too. Yeah, it's like
Gross.
yeah, and in CDH you're usually playing on pretty thin mana margins as well, and not
Yeah.
all games, but in a lot of games. So sometimes you're just like, aha, I take you off of your one color or your one extra mana that you needed in your post.
Yeah.
Like whatever, right?
Yeah, and that's one mana is the difference more often than you would think. But anyway, yeah. So that was what I ran in that. Anyway, the beer. I am super excited about this Koenig Ludwig Weissbier, and Hell. I don't know why that is the brand. Like actually, that is the name.
All right, Hell.
So it's 5.5% Hefeweizen. It is a German beer, as you can tell by the only word in English being Hell. So it's unfiltered, which I find quite interesting. I love this beer. In Canada, at least, it's only available in these single bottles, as you saw. I will happily show it again because, again, I love this stupid beer. Somebody turned me on to it probably like 10 years ago, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. It pours a super thick head, almost like you can't not get it when you pour it. Like even if you like gingerly do it down the side, which I don't really do myself, but it still pours a super thick foamy head. It's definitely unfiltered, and it actually has an aftertaste of banana, which sounds so weird, but it's fantastic. Oh, and I can hear a legendary squirrel whining at my door here. Dad, why you lock me out? Yeah,
I just hear
and
Grandma
I'm
now.
super happy my silly Nylea storm deck got there and did the thing. Oh, yeah, and my dog's name is Toski. Yes, after the squirrel. Yeah. Yeah, Magic's fun. You should play it.
Mm-hmm. Just don't play it like I did today. I did not play it well today.
Dominating tournaments only. Sorry.
Is that me?
Sure is.
Cha cha cha. I'm McCrae. You can find me at McCraeIts.com. There's a bunch of poetry. There's a bunch of prose, both the pickup truck, real life talk variety and the fictional Central Universe variety. It's good. Go read it.
I will cut you off there for a second to say I actually read a piece of his recently, first one, and I was like, it's very good. It really was. He's not even blowing smoke here.
The Americans.
If you're a fan of like anything like futury, techie, Warhammer-y, like 40K-ish, it's good.
Yeah, I'm working on the book edit right now, and I'm at 10 out of 25 chapters, and then that's launching soon too, The Marionette Man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, same universe and everything.
To be fair, I don't remember what your story was called, but man, it was good.
Yeah, there's lots on there. You can sort by the top bar. Anyways, I digress. My shout out this week was going to be our Discord, which you can actually find. I have a post up on McCraeIts.com called The Brewery is Back. And in there, you can get the link to our Discord server for the brewery. Right now, it's just us four assholes yammering in there. But
don't come by. It smells real bad.
It does. It smells terrible on this digital space. But come swing by, yell at us for the decks we brew. Tell us your brews. I don't know. I have a bunch of shit. I just want more excuses to play EDH, really. Pretty much.
I suppose we should have shouted out the Mox Fields as well, by the way. Like, I have a boatload of decks there.
I'm also going to do that in mine. I'll take my time.
The deck I played on the tournament was on there as well.
Yes. You can search. We are labeling our decks on moxfield.com as the Brewery Ep, EP, and then just the number. And you can search our deck lists for each week. This week, I had 4 different deck lists that I brewed for this, and I had Twitter vote on which deck I was going to play. And with one vote, Black won. So you know. So yeah, come join the Discord, check out our deck lists, come share your deck lists, etc., etc. We're
always looking for suggestions of weird stuff to play too. Like if someone wants to see something, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love suggestions. But anyways, swing on by. That brings us to what we wait for every week, what we live for every week here on twitch.tv/thebrewerymtg, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. PST. That is our theme, the whole fucking point of the show. When we brew a new deck every week for the following Tuesday based on, this handy dandy little shtick. Are you guys ready? Our theme for next Tuesday is... it's a special. It's our episode 10 special.
Do we have to play good decks?
No, it is our silver border special.
Oh, no.
So that means
I'm going to Frankie you so hard.
Every card outside of the ban list of EDH, as per the rules committee, is fair tender. So if it has not been printed in a legal set before, it is now legal. That means the unsets, the development cards. I don't know how you could get a plane chase or a conspiracy card in there, but you can try.
Guys, the bullpen.
So,
that's right. Bolt bends it is.
For next Tuesday, 7 p.m. PST here on the Brewery MTG on Twitch, we are doing our Silver Border episode 10 special. I'm excited to see what the hell pops up from this group of janky assholes. Anything else to add, gentlemen, before we take out for the week?
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Good enough. Bye, everyone. Peace.